Okay, guys. So, what we're going to be doing today is just a little quickie. Um, we're going to clean a couple airbrushes. These brushes are the same two brands, but they're built differently. And I have found that the majority of airbrushes uh, are pretty much built the same as these two. I think the Badger Patriot is a little different. It's been a while since I've used it. Can't remember. It's sitting in a box somewhere. Um, Steinbeck. Uh, Steinbeck's kind of like this one. If you can do this one, you can do this one. So you're not missing anything on that. But I just want to cover these two because, well, this is probably the most common airbrush people are going to use. This is the Iwata Revolution. Uh, I actually really like this. It's good for priming and base coating. And this is the Iwata Eclipse. It's got a small bowl. It's great for doing zenithals, shades, things like that. Uh, Slightly minor detail work. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to screw her back, loosen our thread, pull our needle. Okay, now we can pull out our trigger. There we go. Now, sometimes if you're having a hard time, they do come with tools, by the way. But a piece of leather, you can split it and use it as a grabbing tool. Um, yeah, a little paint on the side. Leather also works good for wiping off excess paint. You can use it to grab your cones. Give a little twist. If you have this built together so tight that you really need tools, then you've probably been doing it wrong. So over here, I've got a cup of water mixed with a little airbrush cleaner. Uh, Airbrush cleaner does not particularly matter. It's just that one's Vallejo. It's what I have local. You can definitely make your own airbrush cleaner. No big deal. A little bit of Windex and some water, and you are good to go. Get us a pipette. Fragment cone there. Give it a little squeeze. Okay. Alright, so that one, the head should be clean. So what we're going to do now is right here, we're going to take our small brush. Most of you that have purchased an airbrush, it should have come with one of these. We're just going to run this through and then look on the inside and make sure that it passes through into the next chamber. And then pull it back out, check, see if there's any trash on the bristles. If there's not, it means we're in good shape. There shouldn't be any in this bottom one, but never hurts to pull it through. As a matter of fact, looks like there was a little lint in there. Okay. At this point, we take our oil and just the world's little smallest dot right there. Take our comb, reattach it. Grab our little piece of leather, give it a pinch. Okay. We are not taking this part off the front cone. I hate to say it, but these airbrushes are actually already clean. I'm literally doing this solely for the purposes of showing y'all. Take a piece of leather, your needle. Uh, you can put a little oil on the needle if you like. It won't hurt anything. And just pull. You can see I've split my little piece of leather. I'm just pinching it and twisting it as I pull. Be mindful of the tip. Once you bend the tip on an airbrush, it will start splatter spraying. Okay, we're going to put a little oil up here. Just a little bitty teeny tiny amount. This is going to drag through our brush. Well, through the mechanics of our brush. Push it through until we see our needle. We're good. Retighten our adjuster bolt. Do it with your fingers. Pull your adjuster bolt back. Hold it like this. You know, I said we were going to screw up together. I didn't think I was going to screw up doing the one thing that I do a million times a day. And if any of you caught this, congratulations. Give us an F in the chat. Pull your needle back out. And you don't have to pull it out all the way. I literally did a step backwards. Your plunger, put just the slightest amount of oil on your plunger. Pull your needle out. Grab your adjuster, pull it back, and then put your plunger back in. Now, let's see if I can do this at an awkward angle. I can't see a thing I'm doing trying to make it to where y'all can see. Let's cut an extra light on. Okay, line up our plunger. Push it down. All right, plunger's in place. Push it down. Run your needle back through. Check to make sure it's coming out in the appropriate place and it's lined up good. Yep. Then tighten your adjuster screw. There we go. Your end cap. This is not actually a necessary piece. It's just here for your comfort. I do like to put a little dot of oil on this just to make it easier to remove in the future. Okay, so that's the Eclipse. It's pretty simple, as you can see. The biggest thing you got to watch out for is making sure you don't bend the tip. Now, the Revolution. The Revolution's a little different. We're actually going to pull the cones off the Revolution. Pull your back off. You see it has the same adjuster screw. Ooh, I may have over tightened that. Interesting. There we go. Loosen it up. Pull out your needle. Hooray. Needle. Always take a chance to examine your needles. Mine looks pretty good, actually. Alright, so we got that loose. Pull this back. Pull out our plunger. You'll notice it's pretty much the exact same part. On this one, our cone, it's a little interesting. So what I've done here is I've taken a couple different airbrush tools. These two wrenches will pretty much work on any airbrush on the planet. You don't have to have these, but as you buy airbrushes, you will get more. I have literally just stuck them together with a magnet to keep them easy to keep track of. So we'll grab a hold of our cone, give it a little twist. Okay, now we're at the dangerous part. This little bad boy is so easy to lose. Let me set it down so you can see it. That little bitty tiny thing. well, you lose that. Say goodbye to your airbrush. That's the end of it. All right. Get our cleaner on our brush. We're going to hold this little cone tightly in our fingers. If you are Superman, do not pinch it so hard that it actually crimps it. Another thing you want to look out for is do not soak these. If you look real close, there is the world's tiniest little gasket. That gasket goes out, you'll have to make one. And that's an interesting process. Because buying parts, sadly, is not as easy as it sounds. Over the years, I've had a good handful of airbrushes donated to me because their owners had unintentionally destroyed them. So, yeah, sometimes I'm able to fix them up, look through, make sure we go into the sleeve. There we go. Push a little more. Ooh, it's interesting. This one seems to still have a little paint in it from the other night. There we go. Take a pipette. All right. Get our needle head here. And I can't emphasize how much you should not drop this. There we go. Push a little water through it. Well, water and brush cleaner. Okay. Back to the oil. This is water soluble, so don't worry about it getting in your paint. The hard part. All you can do at this point is say, please don't drop this. Just like that. They really should make a tool specifically for these little micro cones. I actually really genuinely do not like them because they're just so hard to put in. It's one, so I usually keep my nails clipped, but I always keep my thumb and pointer finger clipped, and most of the time that's just because it makes it to where I can do this. But I think I got too much of a point on my fingernail. Oh, there we go. We're just gonna do this. Turn it upwards. There we go. Get our little wrench. And you don't want to make this tight. You just want to lightly turn it until it stops. See my little magnets turning there? That means it's done. For the sake of doing it, we'll brush everything off, just because why not? Okay. Get our oil. Put a little dot on there. Check our cone for trash. It's clean and clear. Screw this head back on. Now, this time, we're going to leave the main cone off. Next up, before we forget, we are going to pull back our pin. Put a little oil on this bad boy. There we go. And let's see if we can get this in a reasonable number of tries this time. Because today's just not the lucky day. Whoops. be so much easier if I could see. There we go. It's in. Push it down. Let it sit there. Check our needle. Wipe it off, just in case, because sometimes you can't see everything. Better safe than sorry. About halfway, put you a little bit of oil. Push down on your trigger. You'll feel the world's smallest click. And definitely be gentle when running your needle back through. If you have to force it, you are doing something wrong. You can see our needle tip. See if I can get it to focus. Our little needle tip here. We're good. All right. Tighten our adjuster. Put our cone protector back on. So this little cone right here, a lot of people like to use their airbrush without the cone and without the back. It does a couple things. It makes your airbrush lighter. The issue is this cone is here to help keep you from bending the tip on your needle. So you might as well put it on. Oh, little dot of oil for our handle. Boop. Shaboop. And the only reason we're oiling some of these parts is just to make it easier on ourselves to take apart in the future if we need to. And that's going to be it. Let's see here. Do a quick little test. Just in case you're worried, this is a little airbrush cleaner and airbrush thinner. It is a water-based thinner. Okay, we'll put a few dots in there. Fire up compressor. Cut on the fan. Wash pot, and if we hold it just right, we can see it coming. Again, we screwed up. We forgot to tighten up our adjuster screw. Go figure, right? Okay, there we go. Alright. That's one down. Release valve on the bottom here. Just swap this one out. Next one. You could do this with water. It doesn't really matter. Hopefully we tightened up the adjuster screw on this one enough. But, I mean, just for the sake of seeing it. Flip switch. Good. Okie dokie. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this. One of the upcoming episodes is we will be painting a miniature just using these. I have been severely surprised and shocked by this product. It is interesting, different, and it is fun to play with. And that's a big thing for me because I paint so much that painting gets mundane. This makes it fun again. And when I get bored, hopefully something new will come around and I'll learn something new and it'll be interesting again. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, click the dislike button maybe. If you like what I'm doing, let me know so I can keep giving it to you. Y'all have a wonderful day.